Hey everybody, welcome back to ChaseyKPlays. We're going to play some more Magic, and I've got a new deck for you. This is my Phyrexian incubation deck. So Phyrexians are some big villains in Magic, and they've got a couple of different mechanics. One of them is incubation, which this deck does a lot of stuff with. The other one is toxic, which there are a couple things that do toxic here, but I don't particularly like toxic, so that's not what the deck's really about. But let's give you a quick rundown. I think it shows up better if I just leave it in this half mode. At least like this left side. Yeah, we're gonna here's the whole deck. So we got 4 copies of Crawling Chorus. This is one of those toxic creatures, but it's also just a 1/1 that replaces itself when it dies, which is really nice because we're gonna do a little bit of sacrificing in this deck as well. We've got 2 cut down just to kill some problematic creatures from our opponents, especially the little ones. Eager Drinker, another good Phyrexian 1-drop. It also kind of replaces itself by making an incubator token, and this is the first time you've seen incubator here. So incubate, it makes an artifact token that has a number of counters on it, and then when you transform it for 2 mana, it becomes a creature with that many counters on it. So this incubates 2, so that means it will become a 2/2 creature when we transform it. We've got 4 copies of Norn's Inquisitor, which also incubates when it comes into play. But then anytime you incubate something, it gets an extra +1, or anytime you transform an incubator, Jesus, it gets another +1/+1. So it makes all of our incubators even bigger. Ossification, one of my favorite removal spells. Just take a thing, put it under a basic land, and they kind of can't have that thing anymore. It hits planeswalkers and creatures, which is pretty sweet. Drown and Eager is another removal spell. Not the best removal spell at sorcery speed, so you can only play it on your turn, but having -4/-4 kills a lot of stuff. And Proliferate is another mechanic here where you can give permanents counters that they already have. So for incubator tokens, that means I can add more +1/+1 counters to them. Or if I have gotten some toxic damage in, then I can proliferate the poison counters that are on the opponent. So it's a useful card for a number of things, but more importantly, it's just a nice removal spell. Go for the Throat. This just clean kills non-artifacts. Nice thing to have at instant speed. 4 Grafted Butcher. This is one of the best cards in the deck because it is an Anthem effect. Anthem effects are a thing that gives all your other things +1/+1 generally. Sometimes they can give more than that, but the Anthem is generally something that affects everything. So this is affecting all my other Phyrexians. They get +1/+1. And then when he enters the battlefield, all of them gain Menace, and Menace means they can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, so it makes them a little bit more evasive, makes them bigger, makes them harder to kill, and then you can pay for and sacrifice an artifact or a creature to bring this guy from the graveyard to the battlefield, so he's never truly dead. And sometimes, if you sacrifice a Crawling Chorus to bring this guy in, the Crawling Chorus makes the new token. This guy comes in, and he gives that token +1/+1 because it's a Phyrexian as well. So there are some kind of cool little combo things you can do with that. Annex Sentry is kind of like an ossification on a body. So this is a 1/4 Phyrexian. Again, Phyrexian is really important. It does have Toxic. That doesn't come into play too often. 1/4 is a nice stat line. It can block a lot of stuff. It can still get killed by a cut down, which is a bit of a bummer, but it is bulkier than most things. And then like Ossification, when it comes into play, it kind of takes something from the opponent and puts it underneath it. And it's not as good as Ossification because creatures are a lot easier to kill than enchantments, but it's still nice. You take a thing, you put a thing down, and that gives you some board advantage. Phyrexian Censor, another great card in this deck. Not everybody is playing Phyrexians. In fact, very few people are playing Phyrexians right now. So a card that says each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn it can be a little bit busted. Also, non-Phyrexian creatures on the battlefield tap, so it slows down the opponent even more so, and that's pretty sweet. 4 Bloated Processors. This is a really important card in the deck. because it has instant speed, sacrifice another Phyrexian. So I can sacrifice anything that's about to die. If an opponent tries to use a kill spell on something, I can just sacrifice it. I can start to block with something, get the block in so it doesn't do damage to me, and then before the damage actually hits the creature, I can sacrifice it and give this guy +1/+1 counters, so he just grows and grows and grows. And then when he dies, he incubates X based on his power. So if I've grown him to be a 7/6 or whatever, then he dies, and now I get this 7/7 incubator token, which is pretty sweet, and that comes in handy. Elish Norn. She's the queen of the Phyrexians here. 3/5 vigilance, not a bad stat line for 4 mana. She makes it hard to attack into her because the opponents have to either lose life or pay mana. And then you can also sacrifice 3 other creatures, sacrificing not difficult to do in this deck. And she flips over into this Saga, which does a handful of stuff. I haven't actually gotten to flip the Saga since I've been playing this deck. I haven't played it a lot, but maybe we can do that today. That'd be pretty fun. And 2 Phyrexian Flesh Gorgers, which are just big, nasty worms here. That could be smaller nasty worms if you pay the prototype cost. So it can just cost 3 for a 3/3. Menace Lifelink is pretty sweet. The ward is nice, so people can't target it, or opponents can't target it rather, unless they pay life equal to its power, which if it's prototyped, it's 3. If I get the 7 mana, I can just play this thing. It can be 7, which would be really sweet. That'd be quite nice. And then we got lands. We got plains and swamps. Caves of Koilos is kind of both. Secluded Courtyard and Seed Core can both be anything for Phyrexians. I have to name Phyrexians for Secluded Courtyard. This one just kind of works with Phyrexians. With the Seed Core, if I am able to get the poison counters on there, and again, I'm only really getting poison with Annex Sentry, Crawling Chorus, and if I've got one of those in Drowned Eager. But if I can get them corrupted, which means they have 3 poison counters, then I can at least grow some things with that corrupted ability. Grow my Crawling Chorus, grow my Eager Drinker. I don't think there's a way to incubate 1 with anything here, so it would just be those things. You don't use that very often, but it is, kind of nice to have something that can trade, maybe make your Crawling Chorus into a 3/2 so it blocks something and can kill it and can trade with it, and then I'm able to put down that 1/1 Phyrexian Might, which I could also buff up with the Seed Core. So not the worst thing to have, although sometimes when I've played this deck, you're like, man, I've got these ossifications. I need to put them on a basic land, and all I've got are Caves of Koilos, Secluded Courtyard, and Seed Core. You're like, damn, I wish I just had a couple more basics. So we'll see. I might swap out some of these for more basics. Maybe the Secluded Courtyards for basics, because I don't know. It's sometimes you want the black mana for cut down, which Secluded Courtyard and Seed Core can't do, or the ossification or the Drowned Eakers. So we'll test this out, and as I play, I might make some modifications. So let's get in. I'm at the point. I think I can show it off. Yeah. So I'm at Platinum tier. I don't think that makes me good. I just played enough to get me to Platinum tier. And while that's great, it also means that anytime I try to play the standard rank mode, I'm coming up against decks that are really tuned to be like standard tournament decks at this point. And my silly decks don't beat those decks. So I'm going to the play, which is just kind of, not ranked. We're just having fun, best of 1. People can test things out, and that's what we're doing here. So we'll still get some stuff for wins or for playing things. I think my daily thing is that I've got to kill 35 creatures, something like that. So we'll try killing some creatures as we go along. But yeah, that's the basic deck and what we're doing here. So let's see if we get any luck. Zing Fang. That's not a terrible hand. I'd like a piece of removal if possible. But we've got 2 mana. We can play both of these things. We can change our incubator tokens, and maybe we get that third land for the processor or for the flesh gorger. So not the worst. Not the worst. Okay, got an ossification. That's also good. It's another thing we can do with our 2 mana. Yeah, we're probably gonna just have to take that guy right away. Yeah, but he's got a second one. Damn. Okay. Okay, Grafted Butcher is also nice. Let's put down this first. We can take another hit. I don't really want to take 6 damage, which I'm going to do apparently, but not much you can do about that. I could have taken one of them, saved 3, but we do need another mana, and we're not getting it. So now we absolutely will just take one of these guys. He's probably got a counter. He's got all his mana up. If he's taking this long, he definitely has a counter. Yep. So that's not great. We're in a bad way. We are probably screwed. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything that flies, so we're definitely dead. We've never gotten that 3rd mana, so let's play this out and take our lumps. You can counter that too? Yeah, no, there's no point. Come on. I mean, I am tapped out, so there's not like I can do anything about it, but let's punch him in the mouth. Oh, come on. Just take the damage. You're gonna win. Oh, goodness. What a waste. This is being rude at this point. I will give them the good game. I will let them swing in. I don't like people who concede the game early, especially if you're right about to lose. Just let them win. Just let them get their win. Let them do what their deck does. And I like it when I get to do what my deck does. It also helps, like, some people have their rewards or things that they're doing, so you know they want to attack with creatures or play different spells. I personally like letting them play their deck. So we'll go in, try again, see what happens. Maybe we get a more favorable matchup. I'm not anti-blue. As you saw last time on the Zoetic deck, I love playing blue. I just don't particularly love counter spells. I know they're an important part of the game. They're very useful, but it's just not my thing. All right, we got some basics, we got some creatures, we got some removal. I think we can keep this. Hopefully we draw into something a little bigger, but okay, going against greens, and we're going against toxic. I don't love that. Yeah, so we'll take our poison damage from that. Because when you target him, but he's good to get off the field immediately. Because the opponent can also target this guy, and then we're just going to get more and more poison counters. I think we just take that. It's going to do 1 damage to us because we don't have a white. The Caves of Koilos can be a white, but it does the damage to us. But it does allow us to take that, and we get 2 back with our Eco Drinkers, so that's positive. It's going to kill the Annex Sentry. Whoa, buddy, we're playing Magic over here. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'll take the win, but also just trying to play some games. The game had just started. You're telling me your hand was so bad that you had 2 creatures, you couldn't play them, and then you were done? I think that's a little nothing. All right, this is a good curve. I like this. So Seed Core, Eco Drinker. Secluded Phyrexian. 2 Inquisitor. Yeah, this is a great curve. So next, depending on what they do, we'll probably just do Censor next. But having Flesh Gorger as an option is also cool. If he plays something, we can remove it. He didn't play anything. He is playing blue-black. He's got 2 mana up now, so it is possible that he has a counter in mind. So let's play this, because I think we're okay if this doesn't get into play. He'll counter this. He didn't. Okay, that works for me. So now he's a little bit more limited on the things he can play. It's fine. Next turn we can probably just Flesh Gorger. I mean, unless he plays something that we want to take. What are you gonna do? Okay, a battle. Okay. Man, I don't really want to discard anything. I guess we just discard the land. And then I think you just go right into Flesh Gorger at this point. He's tapped out. Hit him a lot. He's got to play some creatures if he wants to destroy this battle. He might not care about it though. He might just be trying to get the mill. But milling for what? Okay, you gonna make me mill even more?
I'll take note of all your failures.
No, okay.
Organic minds are easy.
I think we just pop. I think we exile this, get another incubator. Activate the ability on this one. So that's a 3/3. So now we can kill this Jace. And then have these 2 attack the guy. So kill the Jace. Yeah, and he scoops. That's fair. Not too bad. He didn't play creature though. We're trying to kill creatures. That's what I don't like about blue-black. Usually they're just like, oh, what do you need a creature for? I'm going to mill you. I'm going to make you do a bunch of terrible things. But I'm sure as hell not going to play creatures. Why would I do that? That's all right. Okay, it's a relatively decent curve here. Okay. So he had a hand, he didn't like it, he mulliganed, he apparently didn't like his hand again and thought going down to 5 was not worth it. I guess that's fair. That's actually the first time that's happened to me, where somebody has mulliganed and then just quit the game. I mean, I don't know, unless you got mana screwed twice. That seems a little quick. All right, hey, that's pretty good curve again. Got to turn 1 play, got to turn 2 play if they throw a creature down. Got to turn 3 play. Aggro, okay, I like that. We can take that. Why don't we save that and go for the throat it if we need to next time? Maybe you'll have something worse. Second Swift Spear, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, sure. And that's pretty scary. You gonna tackle both of those things? Well, that one's dead. That's why you wait. Swamp into... Let's go Flesh Gorger. What are you gonna do, bud? I think I've slowed your aggro deck down a decent amount. Ooh, you're gonna pay some life. Okay. Bold. Got another monstrous thing. Monstrous Rage. No, play with fire. Okay. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, let's do the censor, because now he can't do all the shenanigans. Now that he can only play one thing a turn, one non-Phyrexian spell, he's a little bit more limited on what he can do with that Swift Spear. Unless he kills the censor, which he probably is going to try to do. Okay. That's fine. Wicked roll token. I forgot what Wicked does. Wicked is... It's put into a graveyard. Each opponent loses life. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, now we've slowed him down pretty entirely. So we could just take her. I think that's what you do. I think you put this down. You... who do you take? He's only got one card in hand. I think you take that. We also play the Eco Drinker, and we just attack with our 3/3. We can still ossify him next turn if we need to. We have. Yeah, he's done. We've slowed him down enough. We've got enough stuff. That was a good game. That was a good game. We only killed one creature, though. We stole a number of creatures, but we only killed one of them, though. So we're doing really bad at killing creatures. Oh, that's fine. Come to think of it, that is a lot of creatures to kill. Unless you have kill spells, people aren't necessarily just blocking all the time. They're usually trying to get their stuff in. This is fine enough. Hey, we got a turn one play in there. Okay, one more mana of any type would be really nice here. Okay, we got another turn to make that possible. You gonna counter this? No? Okay. Kill it. Okay, that's a thing you could do. More blue-black, more doing nothing, more waiting for spells. You gonna counter this one? No. Man, deja vu, huh? It's all right. I mean, we're building a board, kinda. Seed Shark, yeah, I hate that. And he's not an artifact, so. I think you just kill him. Oh, God damn it. Okay, fine. We don't kill him. We steal him. We don't have the black mana because Secluded Courtyard only works for Phyrexians. That's fantastic. Yeah, I might just change the Secluded Courtyards into more basics. She take all my oh, Inquisitors, okay. Well, you only got 2 left. Why wouldn't you have taken the Ossifications? Okay, that's fine. Black mana. I guess we just kill this, right? I guess you just kill that. He's tapped out. You don't need that 4/4. We can make one of these. We can hit you for 3. Poison's kind of starting to stack up. It's got another one. Okay, now you're going to go for the throat. Okay, sure. Yeah. That's fair. Okay, we can take caves, and we can take... I think we do processor here. And then, yeah, why don't we activate that while we can. So now we have the ability, if they attack, to pump this processor up. They know we have these 2 cards. They got a lot of mana up. Yeah, that makes some sense. Do we? Yeah, I think what you do here is we sacrifice this guy. Because that makes another guy. And then I think he also sacrifices token. So even though this guy's going to die, now we're going to be able to get a 5/5 token next turn. Which can fight their Silent Spider. So now they still have open mana. I think you Flesh Gorger. You gonna counter that? No. And then I think you activate this. So now we've got a 5/5 here. So now we can still freely attack. Okay. Made him waste a card. That's all right. No attacks needed. You can play Norn and the Chorus next turn. Okay, he's gonna hurt himself for another 3. Are you gonna attack? You wouldn't attack. I mean, you could. No, not gonna attack. That costs 5, so we can't steal it with the Annex Entry. I think you just Elish here. He's top decking, so now we're not worried about counterspells as much, or not at all anyway. And now we can sacrifice our 3 boys. Unless you got a kill spell. Did you get a kill spell? God, you got a kill spell. Come on. Let me play the card. Oh boy, that's fine. That's helpful. What if we just did that? So now everything's got menace. So he can't block any of these guys. So that puts him up to 6 poison counters. But more importantly, 4 life. We've still got a thing that can take a guy if he plays a creature, which he seems not interested in doing. Okay, played a creature. Is that a creature we can take? Yeah, that's a creature we can take. Transform? Doesn't matter. We can take it. Oh, but he steals a card. Damn it. Ah, okay. You know what? That's even better. So we'll just get rid of this guy. Oh yeah, baby. And then, yeah, you'll scoop. Cause I won there. Yeah, I think I had fun in the match. Not just because I won. I think it went well. I think it went well. All right, I think we'll try one more. Still not killing a lot of creatures here. Sure. Let's try one more. All right, who we got? Boy. Sounds like a good matchup to me. That's a lot of land. That's too much land. That's fine. I don't love that, but that's fine. We can throw. I think we throw the Annex Century away. Opponent? You want to decide on your mulligans? Buddy? Boy? Yeah, keep 6. So let's toss the Annex Century, I think. And let's start with a swamp. We don't need him to know exactly what we're doing. He's also playing swamps. So now we can play... Let's play a Seed Core and just get our chorus out there. Grafted Butcher is going to be nicer when you get more creatures on the table, so... Maybe we'll go to Flesh Gorger, then Butcher. That's probably how we want to do it. Unless he plays something that absolutely needs to be go for the throat right now, but I mean, 1 to 2 mana creature, I think we'll be okay for one more turn. He does need to play something, though. What are you gonna do? I mean, this guy might just be slow playing us. He slow played us on the hand selection, so that would be a bummer. Or maybe he's just not interested in playing the game. That's possible. Who knows? Second Flesh Gorger. We're feeling good here. Okay, so he is playing. He also has Phyrexians in his deck. That's interesting. Okay. So now... I think we just Flesh Gorger again. It's not like he's gonna stop us. And now we can get a very crazy Grafted Butcher coming up next. You know, I guess Cavernous Souls is better than Secluded Courtyard. I should probably just make Cavernous Souls for this deck. He's got his own Flesh Gorger. Interesting. I think we'll take the damage. Oh, it's an artifact creature. Right. Never mind. We won't take the damage. We'll just hit him as hard as we can. Because all our guys have menace. You can't stop that. We got a kill spell for, or no, we don't have. Oh, we do have a kill spell for that if we need to. Fight rigging's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we could have done. Oh well, buddy, I'm sorry. Good game. Yeah, we could have also just brought that one back and killed our crawling chorus, and the same thing would have happened. But all right, hey, you know, slow players. What can you do? We'll take it. Feeling good. I usually like to get up to 3K and buy 3-packs at a time, but you know, we're here. Let's just buy 2 packs. They cost the same, so we'll just grab a pack and grab a pack. Let's see what we get. Some wild cards. Bunch of stuff we already have. Well, I guess the no witnesses is new. It's all right. Yeah. Okay, Surveil Land. It's pretty good. I don't have a lot of Boros decks, but I don't think I have any Boros decks on this. But you know, Surveil Land. All right, folks. I think that's it. Let's show you the deck one more time. In case you're interested here, in case you want to build this yourself. Again, I might take the secluded courtyards out. In fact, maybe I'll just do that. What if we just took both those out? We add one more plains, and we add one more swamp. I think that's probably more useful just to be able to get our ossifications, our cut downs, our drown and eekers, our go for the throats. Having mana for those things is really useful. Having mana for the eeker drinker, exile, the grafted butcher, return, because those are not. Yeah, this is only to cast spells, and I think secluded courtyard is also cast. It might be abilities, but I think Seed Court is potentially more helpful here because of the 1/1 stuff. Has some options there. You know, it'd be really nice to make our Eeker Drinker into a 3/2 because it already has lifelink, so that could be useful. Maybe I'm talking myself out of it. Maybe I go grab the caves, the Cavern of Souls. I have 2 mythics. I could just turn them in. But I think we'll leave it here. But I think that's a slightly better deck here that I'm pretty happy with. I think it's fun. It's not the most powerful deck in the world. It's a little bit slow, but you saw I was able to slow down that red aggro deck pretty well. That was nice. So, you know, it's fun. Anyway, that's it for this edition of ChaseyKPlays. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're interested, I've got some links down in the description. One is another podcast I do with my good friend Pierce Gorshane. It's called Pilot Program, where we watch the first episode of every television show ever made. Our last episode was on the new FX show Shogun, and we've announced that the next one after this that we're working on. We haven't watched the show yet. We haven't scheduled the podcast, so it'll be a bit. Pierce is also kind of busy, so it might be a few more weeks until it comes out. But we're going to do the first episode of Deezus and Marrow, the Viceland version, because Vice has been in the news lately, and you know, that was a fun show. So we'll take a look at that. That should be good. I also have another podcast I do with my good friends Bobby Pease and Johnny Amizich. It's called The Casual Hour, and we talk about video game stuff there. And that's you can find that at twitch.tv/thecasualhour. And we do streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out there. Monday and Fridays are video game streams, and the Wednesday one is our actual podcast. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love for you to join us. So other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I'll play more Magic next time or if I'll move on to like a new series. I would really like to find like a new series to play. I've got some ideas. I'm trying not to do a Pokemon thing because I've done a lot of Pokemon lately, but also there's a lot of Pokemon ideas in my head. So we'll see. We'll see. Might go back to Balatro. That game is so much fun. Lots of good options. Well, so check in next week and see what we got going. Other than that, I think I'll catch you later. Bye.